Hello dear friends. A new cycle begins in February and some signs are already visible. Opinion piece: Quantum Revolution. The breakthrough begins. Abundance and prosperity. Quantum financial system. Ascension of the prepared souls. Egypt has just joined BRICS. Germany is looking to join BRICS. Competition will give way to cooperation. Big factory moved from Asia to Mexico. 56% of Britons regret Brexit. Norway discovers rare earths on its seabed. Uruguay is the least corrupt country in Latin America. Popocatépetl volcano recorded a strong explosion. Marine microalgae as food in Almeria, Spain. More than 1 million French protest against pensions. Let's start. The quantum revolution is shaking the foundations of the economy. Businesses must respond to the future challenge of a technology that in a matter of seconds could dynamite the encryption of traditional algorithms. Preparing for the future impact of this new paradigm is a growing priority for governments and businesses seeking to safeguard the confidentiality of their sensitive information. Humankind has given away its common sense and responsibility to dubious governments. Consider the wider implications of this behavior for humankind's existence. When we give up our sanity and responsibility, we also give up our freedom and essentially our life, according to Peter B. Mayer. Planet Earth has reached the most important crossroads of civilizations. In order to enrich themselves, the globalists, with the help of the political establishment, have done damage to the planet, to our society, industry, culture, etc. Now, however, they begin to panic when deterioration is recognized worldwide. The power exercised by a few over all others will cease to exist. Mother Earth, as the source of feminine energy, will give her children all they need. When competition gives way to cooperation, then finally time will turn to abundance and prosperity. We are waiting for the mass awakening for the breakthrough to occur. Otherwise, we would have been liberated from our age-old monetary oppression by now. Remember that this is our only chance for success. If all the awake one sleeper, we would be guaranteed a sufficient majority for our complete success. An awakened participation of at least 70% of the population would guarantee a smooth transition to the good, without major chaotic complications. We have already won the battle, but the breakthrough can only come without a fight if the clique collapses on its own, or if the people awaken in large numbers. The moment one of these two things happens, the breakthrough would be a definitive fact and a reality. This moment in history offers the best and only chance to save our civilization. It may take time to repair the damage done to all the peoples of our planet, but all will be made right, at least if humankind awakens en masse and takes back control, backed by the introduction of the new QFS monetary system and the replacement of the now prevailing law of the sea with the law of the land. Quantum financial system. The QFS is unlike anything that has been presented to the world to date. It has no adversary. It has no equivalent in advanced technology than that any other system previously possessed. It is designed off-world, so it is new to planet Earth. Its supply technology is superior, so it offers 100% financial security and transparency to all foreign exchange account holders. With the QFS, the world can easily combat to gold-backed currencies that completely marginalize the functioning of the old central banking system. There is no comparable technology to explain and understand the sophisticated structure of the QFS. It is the new global gold and asset-backed money transfer network that has already been created and is operating in alternative countries to replace the centrally controlled SWIFT system. The QFS is powered by a quantum computer located on an orbiting satellite and is protected from hackers by a secret space program. This quantum technology was provided by Benevolent Galactics. The aim of the new financial system is to put an end to corruption, usury and manipulation within the banking world. Its strength is the enforced restrictions that prevent the corrupt from making illegitimate profits. The QFS is completely independent of the existing centralized banking system and makes all other transfer systems redundant. Moreover, after the next currency revaluation, all sovereign currencies will be gold or asset-backed, with fixed exchange rates, guaranteeing sustainable value and obviating the need for unsecured cryptocurrencies. Remember, cryptocurrencies are nothing more than numbers in computer memories. With the activation of the QFS, the Galactic Coalition eliminates the old banking system that was destined to destroy the world economy and keep the population in debt slavery. A little-known reality is that the QFS has been running parallel to the central banking system for quite some time in secondary banking and has endured many hacking attempts that have been prevented. As a result, many wise guys have been caught red-handed during illegal money transfers and summarily arrested. It is less well known that this QFS money transfer system was devised in preparation for a definitive end to financial fraud, debt slavery, and population control. Ascension of souls. At the end of this planetary cycle, there is an increase in the ascension of souls who have incarnated here on Earth and have passed the 5D transition test. There will be great opportunities for those who have successfully passed the examinations and reached optimal consciousness. It is estimated that about 1/3 of humankind would be ready to complete their transition to the 5D world. These are the ones who will inherit the new 5D Earth. A time of abundance is approaching for all who recognize the concept of value. With the removal of world rulers, prosperity will finally come to all who are ready at the level of cooperative consciousness. They will be the beneficiaries of this abundance. This includes full satisfactions in the new age, both professionally and in relationships. Perfect health and finances are included in the abundance package. It would be pointless to have a good bank balance and be unhappy in other things. Not everyone is able to see the new reality. If their consciousness is stuck in the third dimension, they will not be able to comprehend the new 5D reality. It will only be visible to those who are already in the highest frequency leading to the new Earth. There is no point in arguing between 5D minds and 3D minds. Understand that everything is in motion and that the wheel will not stop until it reaches its destination. Economy. On 29th January 2023, the Iraqi dinar ISX was listed on Nasdaq. On Friday, 3rd February, all Basel IV compliant banks will make public the new international rates for gold and asset-backed currencies, supposedly. We have just witnessed an economic signal that has not occurred since the peak of the Great Depression in 1932, according to Michael Snyder. 5 threats to the dollar's dominance in world trade: a common currency of Brazil and Argentina, a currency of Russia and Iran, the use of rupees in non-oil trade between India and the United Arab Emirates, the Chinese yuan in oil trade, and the new reserve currency of the BRICS countries. Russian economy is a big surprise for the West. Uzbekistan and Russia explore a new trade route through Afghanistan. An agreement between Iran and Russia will allow Tehran to work with more than 800 banks worldwide. Iranian couple sentenced to 10 years in prison for dancing in a Tehran square. Incredible. A Turkish economist denounces US pressure on his country to impose sanctions against Russia. Turkey seeks independence from gas supplies by 2030. The US economy will grow less than China's, according to the IMF. India expects GDP growth of 6 to 6.8% in fiscal year 23-24. Trump gets federal extension to disclose his personal finances. Europe. Charlie Watt says Germany is looking to join the BRICS countries, and that would mean the end of the euro. Then it would be game over. Egypt has just joined the BRICS. Egypt has joined the new development bank of the BRICS countries, according to a statement from Egypt's Council of Ministers. South Africa hopes to have Putin present at the BRICS summit to be held in the country in August. Turkey will oppose Sweden and Finland's NATO candidacy until its demands are met. Turkey issues travel warning for European countries, citing, in quotes, anti-Islamic, xenophobic and racist actions in some European countries. The European Union extends economic sanctions against Russia for another 6 months. Europe narrowly avoids recession thanks to Ireland. The economy is about to change. Tax breaks are over. People are seeing the difference between an economy that is growing and an economy that is declining, according to the X22 report. 56% of Brits now regret Brexit because of the slowdown and bad economic data. Norway discovers abundant and expensive rare earths on its seabed. More than 1 million French protest against pension reform. Paris loses 409 million euros over its refusal to transfer a helicopter carrier to Moscow. Italy looks to Libya for a solution to its energy crisis. Marine microalgae in Almeria, Spain. A sustainable food alternative for ocean conservation. Americas. Germany seeks to compete with China for Ibero-American lithium, according to Bloomberg. Colombia's coal makes money from Europe's energy crisis. The US wants to involve Ibero-America in the Ukraine conflict. The Popocatépetl volcano registered a strong explosion in the first minutes of Tuesday, 31st January. The cold front will cause snowfalls in the north of Mexico. Large relocation of factories and distribution centers from Asia to Mexico. A group of investors from China, Japan and South Korea have moved 44 factories production lines and distribution centers from the Asian continent to different cities in northern Mexico, among other destinations. Uruguay is the least corrupt country in Latin America and ranks 40th% in the world, according to Transparency International. Rumors of war. The West is interested in Ukrainian titanium. Real Raw News announces in great detail the destruction of a clone lab in Fort Yukon, Alaska. The army accuses General Mattis of treason, but he fled the country, according to Michael Baxter. Does anyone believe Michael Baxter's claims of arrests? Where is the proof? The West rules out sending F-16s to Ukraine. Ukraine will receive a first shipment of up to 140 Western tanks. Russia is recruiting US citizens to join the war, according to Sorjafal. Russians hacked a Starlink terminal and destroyed the Ukrainian army headquarters in Budgledar. Will Pope Francis fulfill prophecy by visiting Russia? Glenn Hudson, an expert on the Garbandal apparitions, mentioned that they gave warnings of conditional punishment. For the third day in a row, Israel strikes Iranian military assets in Syria. The earthquake in Iran matches the attack on a secret underground military base in Iran. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.